Good afternoon. In today's video, I wanted to share with you all the progress that the trees I've featured in this year's videos, the progress that they've made, and show you some of the changes that I've made to them over the growing season, and also how much they've grown through the growing season. So this is more of kind of an update video, and I think I got maybe about 4 or 5, maybe a little more trees to review with you, hoping to give updates on each one and maybe future ideas and plans, and maybe even do some styling in the moment. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I apologize for the delay in uploading. Things have been busy as of late, but also maybe later in the video I want to discuss some plans for future videos. So I hope you stick around for that, and hope you enjoyed today's video, and let's get into it. Alright, so the first tree that we worked on this year was this Cascade Jade. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of work with it. Here's a before picture. You can see how it wasn't as pulled close to the pot as this one is, and I definitely had some long shoots and everything that got cleaned up, and I've done some wiring to it. So now when you look at this one, you can see here where I've wired the pads of the tree to kind of give more distinguished branching in the tree. I'm working on the apex of the tree. I think it needs to come up this way some, but as of right now, it looks okay for now. But we'll do a rotation of it. So there's a potential front over here as well, but I'm not sure. This side may actually look better. You guys can let me know if this side looks better. We can pull this closer this way if needed, but when I put it in this pot, we had it had the front of the pot right there with the design, and so this has been the kind of the front of the tree for now. The more I look at it, I think I am going to rotate it when I repot it, and I may put it in a different pot, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this one I was kind of indifferent about for a while, but then once I wired it up and gave it some overall structure and design, I'm quite pleased with this tree. So the next tree I wanted to show you and review is the Trident Maple that I repotted at kind of the beginning of the year. I think it was about February, early February, that I repotted this and kind of did some structural changes to it. We cut a lower branch here and removed a branch here. I think something back here as well. So as you can see, these have kind of healed up real nicely. And I've started working on the branch structure overall, and we have a decent cut back here that's sealed up real nice. But overall, I've tried to flatten the branches out more. I've pulled these down and pulled these down and tried to give a more structure to the tree. We could probably trim some of these long shoots back. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we like to do is we want to try to take it back to 2 buds. So as you can see here, right here, there is 2 buds. So we're going to cut it about right here on the tree. So let's go ahead and do that. So cut it off right there. And then that way we'll have 2 buds coming this way and continue the branch structure. We look here at this one. We'll probably cut it off right here. There we go. new growth come out of these right here. I believe I'm going to leave the top alone. Leave the top of the tree alone and let it kind of continue growing up. But as you can see, I think it has turned out nicely. Here's a before picture before we repotted it, and this is what we got now. So this next tree is a Lob Pine, and this is the root over rock that I repotted earlier this year, back in the spring, and you can see how much it has grown. Actually, I'm going to try to get it wired over there a little more. But we have this little branch here. This one is actually turning out to be potentially a kind of a tree that has surprised me in how it's grown, and also how much potential it's starting to have as it's growing out. So we got some back budding here. We're going to be able to create some nice branch structure down here in this curve, and along the back here we have kind of this branch, this little bud that's come out up here. It's going to be a nice back branch, this branch over here, and another kind of bud that's kind of popped out over here. I'm letting this one grow out and thicken up and try to back bud it, try to get some more back budding on here, and let it grow long on the top to allow it to thicken up throughout the trunk. As you can see, it doesn't have a lot of taper through here. It's kind of all kind of one size, and I'm hoping that by letting this grow out, it'll thicken up down here and we'll be able to get the taper. But I'm very pleased with how this tree has begun. We made a major cut here when we repotted it, and I think that's been healing up nicely. So I'm looking forward to the future of this tree, and I'll bring you in closer to let you see the root structure that's kind of grown out. So it's definitely thickened up. It's growing onto the rock really nicely. Same thing with the roots back here. I think you could still potentially have two fronts to this tree, and I think it's turning out to be a really nice tree, and I'm looking forward to working on this one in the future and seeing the progress that it makes over the years. So here's the Dawn Redwood that we dug up at Stewart's during that Redwood dig. In that video, we dug up the tree and was able to get it out, and it had a very flat base to it, and the roots were nearly perfect. And I love how this tree has grown, and it has this kind of slant to it. Here, looking at the base of the tree, I love kind of the nabari, how it's developing, and as we go up the tree, you can see how it has this nice slant structure up to the top, and then able to kind of go up here. So it's been growing very well. The tips of the leaves, as you can see, are a little brown. I think that's from the burning from the sun. I've kept it in shade pretty much the whole time since I've had it. It's been in like morning sun, and then it'll be in the shade in the afternoon. But it's been doing really well. I'm very pleased with this tree, and I hope that it continues to grow well, and that I'm able to get this in a pot. Maybe in a year or two, I'll maybe repot it. I may take it out of the box and just look at the root structure and see how it's growing in this box, and see if we want to put it in another container or a proper pot. But I think leaving it in the box for now is the best thing for it, and it's doing well right now. So about a month after having it, I took there was some rot from a previous cut, and I hollowed out the middle here, and I filled it with cement, and then I put some cut paste on it to help heal it over. And so that was one of the, I think, major things that I did to this tree. And you also have kind of a major cut shoulder here that is going to be on the back of the tree. But up here, this is filled with cement, and it has a cover, just seal over it, so that it will start growing over the cement. Next we have my Trident Forest. This tree was featured in the Bonsai 50th anniversary show for the Alabama Bonsai Society. This was the tree that I entered in the show, and I was very surprised that I was able to get first place in my division, and I was very pleased with that and surprised as well. Looking at this tree, I've been very pleased with the overall structure. Again, I thank both Doug and John for helping me put this together. Here's a kind of a clip of us putting that together and getting the overall layout. Some of the changes that I made to this tree was, there was a tree that came up out actually from here and was kind of bunched in with these, and it was a little bit overcrowding. So I removed it before the show, but that left it as a kind of an even number of trees. I think it made it 10 trees in the forest. And I know a lot of the Japanese culture, they want to have odd numbers, and so I was able to take a sapling and add it to the back here. So this guy right here, I added maybe in June or July, I added him, and I think he is in a good spot back here, kind of peeking through the structure here. So you can see him back here. I think he adds more depth to the overall forest. I think it was a good addition. Again, it's the top of it's just hedge pruning essentially, and giving it that kind of triangle shape to it. But yeah, this is I would say one of the best trees, maybe even the best tree that I have in my collection. And I'm very proud of this forest, and looking forward to kind of see the progress that it makes, and the design that it has in the future. And last but not least, the last video that I posted was on this Mame. I repotted it, and as you can see, it has come back really well. I have it in this other pot here, so that as the roots kind of fill this pot and they start coming out the bottom, they're able to grow inside this pot to make the tree feel like it's in a larger pot than it is. And you can do that with any pot. You can put it on the ground and actually grow on the ground, and you can keep it in the pot and let the roots grow down into the ground and be able to let the tree grow. This tree has come back really well. I wasn't sure whether it was going to make the repotting, but it has, and I'm very pleased with this tree. And I think in the spring, when it blooms, may be the next video that I do of this gardenia. I've really enjoyed sharing the trees that I filmed earlier this year and showing you the progress that they've made. It's amazing how in bonsai you make small changes, and then in a short period of time they turn into larger pieces that help the overall structure of the tree. And I've really enjoyed that aspect of bonsai. One of the things that I'm looking forward to do in the near future is Stuart has invited me to go with him to Brussels. Brussels is a bonsai nursery, and it's, I believe, the largest in the US. And so I'm looking forward to going with him, and I wanted to kind of film that experience and share that with you guys. And also, Lord willing, in the future, in February, the wife and I will be going to Japan, and I'm going to try to go to Kokofu and see this world-renowned bonsai exhibit. And I'm hoping to be able to take you guys along with me and share that experience as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you look forward to some of the video ideas and videos coming in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.